and that will be an instruction to listen to what I tell you. The person I'm touching, you feel like you weigh 500 pounds. Try to get out of your chair. Can't. Go ahead, try. Go ahead, try. You can't. You can't do it. Go ahead and try. You can't do it, can you? The more you try, you see that? Click, relax now. Don't try. Just become very relaxed. That's fine. Look, I'm going to help you in a few minutes, but I just want you to do something for me. I just want you to do something for me. Okay? You can get out of the chair when you're ready, but I remove that suggestion. But I'm going to give you another suggestion. I'm going to say to you, the gentleman I touch with my finger, your right shoe feels like it should be on the left foot. The left shoe feels like it should be on the right foot, and that's where they really belong. And so, and I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and wake up in a minute, but whenever I touch you on the shoulder and say sleep, go right back into that same condition. Would you do that for me, please? Thank you. And then I'm going to help you with a problem, because I know you've got one. Okay? But I want to show you something. Your right shoe feels like it should be on the left foot, and you have an irresistible urge to change your shoes around. Okay? And you'll do it within 2 minutes after I say open your eyes. Okay? And I'll count to 10, and then in a few minutes I'll tell you to open your eyes. Count to 10 backwards. And whenever I touch my hand, it will increase the compulsion to change your shoes around. Within 2 minutes, very close to 2 minutes, you'll have your shoes on the other feet. Understand that? I touch my tie, that will increase the impulse. Okay? I'm going to count to 10 backwards, to 0 from 10, and then you wake up. Whenever I touch you on your shoulder, you go back to sleep. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Wake up. How are you feeling?
Fine.
Okay. Maybe someone would like to hold her head up a little bit. She's having a nice sleep. Just put a cushion or something. Give her a little cushion, a little bit. Excuse me. Okay. What are you doing?
Putting my shoes on.
Okay. Okay. Now, why are they that way?
It's supposed to be that way.
Don't you
It
remember?
wasn't comfortable before.
You don't remember me telling you that ahead of time? Remember we were talking about me making a person come up and change their shoes around?
Mm-hmm.
Remember me saying that?
Yes, I do.
And you're sitting up here.
Yes.
And you change your shoes around. Now, why did you do it?
Because this one didn't feel right.
And they feel okay now. Well, how about those people over there? How they wear their shoes differently from yours? Hey,
I can't see what.
Oh,
I
I beg your pardon. Yeah. Is this yours?
No.
There. There you are. Now, could you explain to me what these people are doing wearing their shoes differently from yours? Your shoes point outward. Mm-hmm. Theirs point inward. Could you please explain that?
I can't explain it.
Would you try to explain the errors of their way?
You know, if you put the shoes on this way, it's going to feel comfortable.
You have a better argument than that. I'm sorry. They're not going to buy that.
It's just stubborn of you to wear your shoes like that, because they should point out like this. More comfortable.
Don't you get irritated with people like that who don't listen?
Yeah.
Would you like to convince him, for instance? I think he needs to, convince him.
Gentlemen in the
Pick
chair.
one. Pick one.
Well, if you wouldn't be so stubborn, you'd see that if you put your shoes in such a way that
Do I need to go any further? Now, the most gentlest of things I did, couldn't have been any gentler, but instantly transference. And he's actually not aware. He's somnambulistic, which means most of you are hypnotized, but you know that you are. Or you could know that you are because you see yourself doing stupid things and making excuses. Have you ever made an excuse for yourself? That is immutable evidence that you're hypnotized. That you've been moved, something has moved through you, and something has actually made you do something you didn't really want to do, or it was wrong, and you don't want to admit it's wrong, so therefore comes the excuses. You see his excuses. He's rationalizing it. Now, you don't remember me telling you to change your shoes around?
I do.
You do. But then why did you change your shoes around then?
You told me to.
Well, why did you do as I told you to?
Because it was uncomfortable.
See, even though, I'll be back with you in just a minute, even though this gentleman knows I'm the one that made him do it, he doesn't really believe it. It's really because they actually feel like he's gone to his feelings. They actually feel comfortable that way. They don't really feel comfortable that way at all. But that's the compulsion that you could make a person do anything. That's anything. But if it's a sin, it's much worse. This is parlor stuff. This is harmless. There's no harm to this. But you see that you may not know, and as he does not know, the forces that are working through him. And I'm a gentle soul. I'm really a sweet little gentle old Jewish boy. And I don't mean any harm. But the forces operating through you and all of your compulsions, everything that's wrong with you can be explained like this. In other words, you're looking at this gentleman, and actually, that's you. That's your whole life. Every time you make an excuse, that's it. Your excuse is the evidence that you are denying the reality that something has moved through you and influenced you. I didn't give him that excuse. Something gave him that excuse. He invented that to explain his behavior. Isn't that an excuse trying to explain your behavior? But it doesn't really explain it. And if you live a life and you make excuses for everything you do, those excuses become your philosophy. And so you become utterly and completely confused, and you don't know where you're coming or going. That's why people get lost. The whole philosophy, there's no reality in their lives, just masses of excuses. And then when you stop making excuses of yourself because you run out of them, you get people to give you excuses. They'll give you reasons, plausible reasons, plausible deniability for all your problems, see? Okay? So, how are you doing, all right? You having a nice sleep? Rest? Just relax. So, now, now look, I don't want to make him make a fool of himself, make him do anything. And he won't know I made him do it.